Hey everyone, this is Jonathan from Sun and Ski Sports, here today to talk about pickleball paddles. You may have been staring at a wall of pickleball paddles in one of our stores or online and wondered what the differences were between all these paddles because they all have a pretty similar shape, maybe just a different graphic. I'm here today to kind of answer some of those questions. Now, paddles typically fall into two different silos. You have more of a control paddle and more of a power paddle, and they mean exactly that. A control paddle is going to have a larger, more consistent sweet spot, making it easier to place the ball on the court, and a power paddle is going to offer a little more pace. So if you have a shorter swing or a slower swing, power paddle is going to help you generate a little more pace, a little more power behind the ball. What specifications of each paddle makes it lean more towards control or power? First thing we'll look at is shape. Paddles like this, it's called a standard shape. It's going to be a little shorter from top to bottom. The sweet spot's going to be a little more square. It's going to have a larger, more consistent sweet spot because it's going to be wider from here to here. Since it's also a little shorter, you're going to have a little quicker reaction times. You're going to be able to move the paddle a little faster. And then the other type is elongated. This is a longer paddle from top to bottom. It's going to add a little more leverage, a little more power. If you're coming from a tennis background, you might be a little more comfortable with an elongated paddle. The next specification we'll talk about is paddle thickness. There's going to be a thick paddle and a thin paddle. Thinner paddles are typically 14 millimeters and under in thickness. A thicker paddle is going to be kind of 16 millimeters and up. The benefits of a thicker paddle is it absorbs more energy, makes it easier to kind of place the ball. It's going to be more of a control paddle. And the thinner paddle is going to have a lot more pop, making it more of a power paddle. Alright, next thing we're going to talk about is the paddle face, or the surface of the paddle. There's carbon, graphite, fiberglass. This paddle has a fiberglass face on it. That's going to be a little harder surface, a little less forgiving, a little less spin potential on it. And this type of surface is going to come more on your entry-level paddles. And then you have the carbon face, like this one here. This one kind of absorbs more energy, has a little more control. It's also a more durable face. And if you want that professional style shot where you hit a little more power behind it, you'll be able to land that ball on the court because of the spin potential. These carbon surfaces have a little rougher surface, so you're going to be able to get a lot of top spin on the ball. Alright, those were the basics of the different types of pickleball paddles. Now if you're a beginner, you should look for something more of a control paddle, standard shape, because that's going to be a little more forgiving as you kind of learn the basics of pickleball. If you're a more intermediate to advanced player, or even if you're a beginner looking to get into pickleball, maybe you come from a tennis background or you can see yourself playing numerous times a week, then I would jump straight into more of a premium paddle with things like a carbon fiber face. Because as your game develops, as you progress, a paddle like that's going to be able to grow with you. If you have any questions or comments or want to see more pickleball content, then leave a comment below. Like and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you out on the court.